What's up guys, it's me Anmorev again back with another video, and today I will be talking about 10 facts about Boruto, not the series, but the character Boruto Uzumaki. So if you haven't seen the other Naruto related facts videos, I'll be putting the links down below, and if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe and leave a like as well. So here we go. Okay, so at number 10 is that Boruto has the Jogan Eye. While we all know that Hinata, Boruto's mother, has the Byakugan, Boruto is gifted with another and completely different eye technique called the Jogan. It is a technique that comes from the Otsutsuki group, and this happens to activate when the owner of the eye is surrounded by people that can be deemed dangerous. The Jogan can perceive the flow of chakra, which enables Boruto to see the visible changes in chakra, and can also track a target through their chakra. It can also clearly see the chakra pathway system and determine its most key point. It can also see through visible barriers that can connect between dimensions. So at number 9 is that Boruto and Sasuke's relationship is based on Gohan and Piccolo from Dragon Ball. Since we all know that Boruto has no interest in following his father's footsteps, or in other words, he doesn't want to be a Hokage, this is also why he wanted to go under the provision of Sasuke and train him. Kishimoto revealed in an interview that he planned for Sasuke and Boruto's relationship to mirror Gohan and Piccolo, which refers to the bond in terms of Piccolo being a more father figure to Gohan than Goku could ever be. And at number 8, we all know that it took Naruto a while to learn and master the Rasengan, as he was always reliant on his Shadow Clone Jutsu in the early part of the series. But on the other hand, Boruto didn't experience any kind of trouble, and he found a way to add elemental energy to the Rasengan to make it vanish and reappear at the last minute to inflict some enormous damage to the enemy. So at number 7 is that Boruto's Whiskers has absolutely nothing to do with Kurama. In the original concept for Naruto, Naruto's character was the nine-tailed fox, for being able to transform into a smaller nine-tailed fox at will. What's really interesting is that Boruto didn't inherit any of Kurama's chakra or abilities. The whiskers come from inheritance. The only other guys who had whiskers in the series are the Gold and Silver brothers, Kinkaku and Ginkaku. Well, they had chakra from the Nine-Tails by eating some flesh from the Nine-Tails after being eaten by it. Under normal circumstances, the whiskers are a sign of one that holds Kurama's chakra, but in Boruto's case, he holds none of that shiz. So, following it up at number 6 is he is a master of the Gentle Fist. Boruto's talented at seemingly every part there is to being a ninja. Of the group, he's got access to more ninjutsu than probably any other member, but he's also a pretty awesome hand-to-hand fighter. His taijutsu style comes from his mother's side of the family, as he learned the Gentle Fist style of combat from the Hyuga clan. Currently, we haven't seen him use the 8 trigrams technique, which requires the Byakugan's 360 vision. Without the Byakugan, merely knowing the Gentle Fist might be the limit of his ability. Next, at number 5, is some of us may like comparing Naruto and Boruto when he was at his age, but we can't deny that Boruto is really talented. He's got a large chakra reserve as a result of being a son of the Hyuga, and he also has an actual parent that would guide him and teach him. And as a result, he was deemed naturally good at taijutsu and he excelled naturally in any kind of field. But a downside of this is that it results of Boruto being lazy and not really exerting any effort into things he sees not worth it. And at number 4 is we have his best friends. We all know that growing up, Naruto didn't have anyone as he was rejected, and the only person who has saved him from that situation was Iruka. But as the series went on, he made friends, becoming the Hokage, has a family, and so on. But on the other hand, Boruto is free to make friends with anyone, but he has grown close to Shikadai and Inojin to be exact, as we always see them hanging out eating burgers and playing video games. And at number 3 is we have he is the first of his kind. At first, Kishimoto only intended to have Sasuke and Naruto have children with Sakura and Hinata respectively, but he changed his mind and started adding on other parents such as Ino and Sai, and etc. Boruto has the blood of a Hyuga and an Uzumaki, giving him not only great genes and a strong Kekkei Genkai, but the preserves of chakra to keep himself in the fight long after someone else would have reached their limit. Boruto is also the first member of the Hyuga and Uzumaki clan to achieve Jogan, a rare dojutsu that is related somewhere down the Hyuga bloodline that has never been achieved. So at number 2 is we have like father like son. Throughout the Boruto series, we get to see Boruto on his adventures to find his own path. But one thing that stays with him is the fact that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Boruto is a lot like his father. They are both very loud and project their feelings onto others quite often. In many ways, Boruto is much more discreet than his father. Naruto in that day was known to punch someone in the face if he felt they were being disrespectful or out of the line. Boruto doesn't yell as much as his father did in his younger days, but he still has his own code to do the right thing. Boruto and Naruto, surprising, have similar verbal tics, Boruto's being datebasa, which is very similar to his father's, which is datebayo, which can be heard at the end of their sentences in the Japanese versions respectively. And at last, at number 1, is what's with Boruto's name. I think it's pretty safe to say that by the end of Naruto, Kishimoto was starting to run short on ideas and names for characters. At some point in every creator's career, they have trouble coming up with new and good ideas, but Kishimoto's naming sense for the kids of the generation could have been much better. When he was beginning the development of Boruto, the lead character's name was changed a few times. Menma and Shinachiku were the first names that were changed on his character, both being names for bamboo shoots. Menma would have been a bit odd considering Menma was the antagonist from the movie Road to Ninja, Naruto the movie. Then we got Boruto, which in English translates to Bolt. Boruto's name was most likely a reference from the late Neji Hyuga, whose name means crew.